Parents, families, friends of the class of 2011, members of our faculty, our staff, and administrators. My name is Richard Cassidy. I'm chair of the South Burlington School Board. For myself, my colleagues on the board, and the entire community that we represent, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. Members of the class, your community is proud of your accomplishments and who you are today and who you will be tomorrow. We wish you well. Thank you.
Good morning, honored guests, faculty members, and graduating seniors. I'm Joyce Pan, and I'm here to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2011. I am sure that everyone in this room, with the exception of our lovely band in the balcony, has the same thought at this very moment. We made it. After countless hours of lost sleep over hundreds of projects, tests, assignments, games, competitions, plays, and concerts, we are finally here. To our parents, after miles of driving us to all the said above, wiping away our tears of sadness or joy, and weathering through it all with us, we are also finally here. And to our teachers, day after day, giving us assignments while combating a chorus of whining teenagers, or trying to find a cure to senioritis. Regardless of the cure, we are all here. And this morning is a tribute to all the hard work everyone has put into in the past 12 years to allow us to sit here. Congratulations to all on surviving the journey. Although this time is a celebration reserved for the graduating seniors, I want to take a moment to acknowledge our honored guests, the faculty of South Burlington High School, and the South Burlington community. Lao Tzu, a sage Chinese philosopher, once said, 授人以鱼不如授之以渔，授人以渔只救一时之急，授人以渔则可解一生之需. Which translates to, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. As a graduating senior today, I can proudly say that our community has accomplished this. I am able to fish now. Well, not quite. But what is important is that I joined this community as a stranger in a foreign land with only the words hello and goodbye in my vocabulary. Now I can stand here and proudly say that South Burlington is a home and a place that I will always remember and eventually come back to. I'm sure that the class of 2011 that sit before me has shared a similar experience and are fortunate to have had the support, help, and care from a beloved community and always encouraging parents. Right now, on behalf of the graduating seniors, I want to thank our community for teaching us how to work for this hard-earned spot we have achieved today. To all graduates, once again, congratulations. As I spent hours and hours trying to come up with a message for you, I came across a quote by Edward Koch. He said, "The fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse." As all of you may recall, Edward Koch is not the only one who said this message. Katy Perry also said, saying, "You're a firework, come on and let your colors shine." This message, I believe, may very well describe what today and what each one of us has become. For we should move forward from this place and finish with a bang, and do not ever forget we are the ones. Congratulations to all, and let the celebrations begin. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Flora Sue. In past years, we often hear people praising our generation for how much potential we have because we have access to so much knowledge and so many opportunities lie before us. But there is something special about our class that we cannot deny. Not only do we have potential to change the world, but we already have done so. We don't sit around like idealist couch potatoes, full of ideas, waiting for others to help us. We have initiative, we are self-driven, and we make our dreams come true. We have already begun to fulfill our promise and plunged into the real world to change it for the better. We are the ones who started South Burlington's best ever blood drive, the first community blood drive since the 60s, and collected 67 pints of blood in its opening year. We gave our efforts to help the people of Haiti and Japan during times of crisis, spending time in the lobby tending to fundraising sales rather than hanging around as lobby rats. We've demonstrated extraordinary loyalty and commitment to giving back to our community by spending innumerable hours volunteering. Heck, one student alone volunteered well over 1,000 hours during her high school years. We were the pioneers of sophomore advisory. Check that. We survived being the guinea pigs of sophomore advisory. I know, many of us would rather forget about that traumatic experience, but let's face it, we all struggled through it, and in the process, we've matured. In our freshman year, we experienced the last pep rally at SB, and we rocked. Despite being the newest members at SBHS, despite being booed by other classes, and despite the fact that some of us were small enough to get stuffed into lockers, we proudly displayed our class spirit, winning us the final Spirit Award at SBHS. But what is most significant is our drive to work hard, even if we don't always win, because we know that one day our drudgery will pay off. The hours and hours we spent doing sports, no matter how muddy, grass-stained, sweaty, rain-drenched, or frozen we became. The hours and hours we spent in laboratories conducting research for science fair projects. The hours and hours we work each week, sometimes through the most unbearable times of night. The hours and hours we stayed up studying for tests and exams and finishing project citizen binders could easily have been spent doing other things, like sleeping or watching movies, the sedentary life we've all dreamed of every so often. Instead, we chose to challenge ourselves by pushing to achieve more. Our goals may have been hard to achieve sometimes, but we worked even harder. Class of 2011, our accomplishments are not just of academics. Our accomplishments are of the spirit. Together, we've made SB stronger and prouder as a community by giving it an identity of diligence and perseverance. As we move on with our lives, let us never forget our potential and power to bring change for the better, for we are the ones. Thank you.
Were mine to love and cherish, to guard and guide along life's way. Oh, God forbid that one should perish, that one, alas, should go astray. Back in the years, with all together, problems still with love I share. I brave life's storms, defy the tempest, to bring them home from anywhere. I lived my life, my love I gave them, to guide them through this world of strife. I hope and pray we'll live together in that great glad hereafter life. I'm lonesome for my precious children. They live so far away. Oh, may they hear my calling, and come back home someday. I'm lonesome for my precious children. They live so far away. Oh, may they hear my calling, and come back home someday.
My name is Kyle Chu, and I am the proud president of the class of 2011. South Burlington High School has a history of great commencement speakers, and the class of 2011 voted on a speaker that will continue building a proud tradition. But what does this really mean? I could say the same introduction for any staff member at this high school. So what makes Mr. Navin such a great teacher? I was browsing around the internet trying to find a famous teaching quote to describe Mr. Navin when I stumbled upon an old yet familiar Chinese proverb. Tell me and I'll forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I'll understand. My first instinct was, how has Mr. Ryan Navin involved me when I've never really had him as a teacher? Then I realized, what if this proverb wasn't directed to students, but rather to educators? Ryan Navin began his career at SBHS as a student, graduating with the class of 1993. While still in college at UVM, he maintained his connection with his high school by becoming an assistant football coach in 1997 and JV boys basketball coach in 2003. Through coaching, he discovered the joy of educating young minds. Using this passion, he furthered his role at the high school by becoming a teacher in the social studies department in 2002. In preparation for this introduction, I asked him about the classes that he teaches. He gave me the following impressive lists: world history, psychology, economics, humanities, public issues and world affairs, and AP Gov. What's more meaningful, though, is what he said after. You see, Mr. Navin's passion and motivation for teaching, he tells me, come from the students and how they grow throughout their high school careers. By teaching so many classes and teaching 2 sports, he has built relationships with a large percentage of the student body at SBHS, ranging from freshmen all the way to seniors. Involve me, and I'll understand. Mr. Navin epitomizes a growing involvement with the students, and by doing so, understands what being a great teacher means. Not only does he have one of the most diverse schedules among teachers and students at the high school, he also goes beyond the classroom into the football fields and basketball courts to foster relationships with more students. His involvement in the lives of so many students is what makes Mr. Navin such a great teacher. Teaching is cultivating the minds of tomorrow with what is known today. Coaching is leading through adversity and maintaining a sense of selflessness. Educating is teaching and coaching. Being voted this year's speaker is a testament to the uncanny dedication Mr. Navin has to his students. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you this year's commencement speaker, Mr. Ryan Navin.
Thank you, Kyle. Family, friends, faculty and staff, and most importantly, the class of 2011. Good morning and welcome. I am truly honored to have been chosen to speak to you this morning. I performed the same duties for the class of 2008, and that day, I relayed to them a quote from my family and from my youth. Remember who you are and who you represent. Today, I want to share with you just 3 words and the meaningful role they have played in my life. Many of you know that I've been on a difficult journey these last 4 years. While you were navigating the uncertain and often scary path of being a high school student, I was navigating the uncertain and scary path of a cancer patient. You entered high school with dreams, desires, and goals. I entered into treatment with the same. And here we are, you and I. Unscathed from our journeys? Certainly not, but stronger for sure. We didn't do it alone, though. We needed help, and the words I share with you today were of great help to me. Courage is the first word. When I found out I relapsed last spring, my courage was certainly tested. Once again, I had to find the energy to fight the good fight. In our world, courage is a quality we often reserve for people who put their lives on the line. Soldiers, police officers, and firefighters, to name a few. But in fact, there are 2 distinct types of courage: physical courage and moral courage. Too often we focus on the physical type, and we fail to recognize the less overt examples of moral courage that go on around us every day. The classmate who stands up to a bully. The student who speaks her mind in Pewa, even when she knows her views are unpopular. And maybe even the principal who creates policies to change the culture of school dances. You see, courage is oftentimes as simple and as complicated as doing the opposite of what's easy. It's not looking away. Each and every one of you has done something courageous over these last 4 years, and it's important that you recognize that. Maybe it was trying out for a sport you'd never played. Maybe it was running for class office. Or maybe it was simply saying hi to someone new. All of these, in their own small ways, are examples of courage. And do you know what the greatest thing about courage is? The more often you act courageously, the more courage you build inside you. And courage is something you're definitely going to need. Hope is the second word for today. Last year on this day, while the class of 2010 received their diplomas, I was at home after a week in the hospital. I was recovering from several rounds of high-dose chemotherapy and a stem cell transplant, which caused me to miss the 4th quarter. My courage was drained, but it was replaced by hope. Hope is similar to courage in many ways, but is much more personal. It is also a quality one needs when confronting the realities of the world today. You, the class of 2011, enter a world of war, global terrorism, joblessness, and economic uncertainty. Hope is something you'll need in great supply. Throughout your life, people will tell you, you gotta have a positive attitude. And they're right. But hope is so much more than thinking positively. so much more than the opposite of pessimism. Hope is believing that the course of events of your life will, in fact, work out for the best. But hope, in my opinion, also requires that you do something to help support hope in others. Whether it's volunteering your time to helping the needy, or simply speaking a kind word to someone who's having a tough day. By supporting hope in others, you will in return create more hope in the world. Community is the final and most important word I share with you today. Community provides you with support and love and allows you to take chances you'd otherwise pass up. The first and greatest community I've ever been a part of is my family. My mom and dad, my sister and her family, and my wife and our beautiful daughter. They have been my greatest source of love and support. And perhaps this is true for you too. But community can be looked at through so many lenses. The community of the classroom, where opinions are shared and cell phones shunned. Maybe. Or the community of an entire school, where achievements like a state championship, or 6, thanks girls sports, promote a sense of pride in all. Absolutely, clap. You've earned it. Or the community of a city in which you grew up and are proud to call your hometown today. Like you, I am a rebel. Having graduated from SBHS in 1993, I returned to SB as a coach in the fall of 1997 and was lucky enough to be hired to teach in the social studies department. Now, some might think my choice of teaching here a bit, well, safe. I, on the other hand, call it fortuitous. Because it is this community, this school, the staff, the parents, and you, the students, who have been an essential part of my system of support during these trying times. Many of you are probably more than ready to leave this community. And to you I say, safe travels and best of luck. Go out and find the community that is right for you. But remember this community and how you benefited from it, or maybe how it benefited from you. Courage, hope, community. Don't just remember these words, live them. Now, as a teacher, it would be remiss of me to stand up here and speak to you and not make sure you heard and understood me. Consider this the final, formative assessment of your high school career. I got a lot of blank stares. Shocker. Okay, so here's how it's gonna go. You're gonna repeat back to me in order the 3 words that you're gonna need to get through life. Parents, teachers, community members, help them out. So on my command, we're gonna start. Ready? The first word is? Courage. Excellent. The second word is? Hope. And the most important word is? Community. You guys rock. Thank you so much for letting me share this day with you. Best of luck.
The National Honor Society consists of students who exhibit exceptional service, leadership, and character, and who maintain a grade point average of at least 3.5. The South Burlington High School class of 2011 has one of the largest National Honor Society memberships with 53 senior members. As Vice President of National Honor Society, I am proud to present the graduating National Honor Society members. I would ask that they please rise and face the audience and that applause be held until all are called. Harshel Atale, Elizabeth Backus, Heather Bean, Caitlin Bishop, Emily Blavelt, William Bugby, Maria Canizero, Stephanie Chang, Tanner Schwanier, Kyle Chu, Kaylee Contois, Rachel Cruz, Pooja Desai, Lauren Dubuque, Rebecca Goldberg, Katie Gray, Sarah Hackett, Danielle Hall, Winfield Holt, Stephanie Jeffer, Teresa Kecharova, Ariel Langevin, Christopher Lee, Ivy Winnie Lynn, Grace Lyon, Alicia Magnant, Erin Minette Owens, Laura Nelson, Joyce Pan, Danielle Pape, Ashley Peabody, Zachary Perron, Mitchell Philbin, Thomas Piper, Matea Ringy, Anna Romanoli, Benjamin Rosenthal, Cullen Ross, Nicole Sala, Tyler Sandville, Alexandra Saunders, Connor Scagnelli, Heather Sheltra, Meredith St. Jean, Jillian Stackman, Flora Sue, Andrew Tang, Roxana Vaquero, Austin Ventrone, Paige Williams, Sarah Yandow, and Anna Young. Ladies and Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the National Honor Society members of the class of 2011.
The South Burlington High School Information Technology Career Academies provide opportunities for students to investigate and gain experience in a career field within the IT business world. Students enrolled in a career academy take part in exciting, dynamic programs that provide the skills and knowledge necessary to be competitive in today's business environment. Upon completing the program, students are prepared for professional certification and may have advanced placement in a post-secondary degree. I am proud to present the 2011 IT Career Academy graduates. As I call their names, I would ask that they please rise and face the audience and that applause be held until all are called. In the Electronic Arts Academy, Christopher John Rittner, Nora R. Rogers, Jean-Luc Sepke. In the Networking Academy, William Bright, Leif Erkenbrock, Stephen S. Olson, Alexander G. Pruill, Cullen R. Ross, and Connor A. Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of the South Burlington High School Information Technology Career Academies.
The South Burlington High School Big Picture Academy allows students to design their own curriculum based upon their passions and interests. A major component of the program consists of students gaining real-world experience by participating in internships within the community. This unique combination of opportunities fosters an environment which nurtures the individual student's strengths and supports personal and professional development, which are relevant to the students' futures. As a result, the nature and dynamics of this program allows for emphasis on rigor, relationships, and relevance for every single student. Please join me in proudly recognizing the 2011 graduates of the Big Picture Academy, who were courageous trailblazers for this transformative program within South Burlington High School. As I call their names, I would ask that they please rise and face the audience, and that the applause be held until they are all called. Grace Cade, Alexander Carrata, Tristan Davies, Pride Jeffrey, Andrew Gerard, Cole McDermott, Nana Minard, Leo O'Reilly, Kelsey Sageman, Elliot Segrist Jones, Nicole Tamayo. I am proud to present South Burlington's Big Picture Academy graduates.
I invite the following students to please rise, turn, and face the audience. Aya Alnami, Caitlin Elise Bishop, Kyle Chu, Rachel Alexandra Cruz, Pooja T. Desai, Rebecca L. Goldberg, Catherine Gray, Laura Riley Nelson, Thomas A. Piper, Bianca R. Rizzio, Heather Lynn Slattery, Meredith B. St. Jean, Carly Grace Stein. Each year, the faculty selects individuals who exemplify both service and leadership in the school and community. The students standing before you have made significant contributions to a variety of activities and causes in the last 4 years. Please join me in thanking these caring individuals for the time and energy they have devoted to service and leadership.
I would ask Mauricio Parent Sabat, Meredith B. St. Jean, and Penuel James Levins to come forward as we begin presenting departmental awards given annually for excellence in specific academic disciplines. Mauricio is receiving the Art Department Award. Meredith receives the Esther J. Urey Award for Excellence in English. And Penuel receives the Ronald V. Folks Music Department Award. Congratulations. Would Alexander G. Prue, Leif Erkenbach, Aya Al-Nami, and Wenyi Lin please come forward as we begin presenting departmental awards for excellence in technology and science. Alexander receives the Gary Barber Technology Department Award. Leif is receiving the Roger Bedard Award for Outstanding Achievement in Technical Education. Aya is receiving the Thomas G. Irwin Science Award, and Wenyi receives a Thomas G. Irwin Science Award. Congratulations. Sabrina K. Carter, Mark Thomas Grunert, Michihiro Y. Soga, and Rebecca L. Goldberg, please come forward as we begin presenting departmental awards for excellence in world language. Sabrina Carter is receiving the Ulrich Lettman Memorial World Language Award. Mark receives the World Language German Award. Michihiro receives the World Language Japanese Award. Rebecca Goldberg receives the Spanish Award and a South Burlington High School Student Council Scholarship. Congratulations. Would Laura Nelson Riley and Andrew Gerard please come forward as we present to you awards given annually by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation. Laura Riley Nelson receives the National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit, a South Burlington High School Student Council Scholarship, and the Paul A. Toomey Memorial Scholarship. Andrew receives a National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation. Congratulations. Would Alexandra Grace Cushman, Alexandra Knight, Paige E. Williams, and Catherine Gray come forward to receive scholarships sponsored by organizations within the high school. Alex Grace Cushman receives the Lull Family Key Club Scholarship and the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award. Alexandra is receiving a Lull Family Key Club Scholarship. Paige receives the Lull Family Key Club Scholarship, the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award, a Pizzagalli Can Do Scholarship, and the Vermont Federal Credit Union Scholarship. Catherine receives a South Burlington High School National Honor Society Scholarship, Comcast Leaders and Achievers Scholarship, a Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award. Congratulations. South Burlington High School is unique in having so many families establish scholarships dedicated to former students, staff, and community members. Would Tyler Lord, Safan Samin, Carly Grace Stein, and William Myers Bugby please come forward? Tyler R. Lord receives an Alan B. Cummings Family Scholarship. Safan Samin is receiving the Edith Mascott Memorial Scholarship. Carly Stein receives the Gary D. Iverson Memorial Scholarship. And Will Bugby is receiving the James P. Bewley Memorial Scholarship and is a University of Vermont scholar. It's just a lot of awards. Excuse me. Nora Rogers, Christopher John Rittner, Connor D. Pecor, and Bianca Rizzio, please come forward. Nora receives a John Torpy Memorial Scholarship and the Timothy D. Camoli Scholarship. Christopher is receiving the Mark A. Evnan Memorial Scholarship. Connor receives the Michael D. Flaherty Memorial Scholarship. And Bianca is receiving the Melissa J. Wells Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. Matthew Gabriel Solomon, Brock Newman, and Cody Rowe, please come forward. Matthew Solomon is receiving the Nicholas Methot Memorial Scholarship. Brock Newman receives the Raymond F. Hall Memorial Scholarship. Cody Rowe also receives the Raymond F. Hall Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. Kareem Anthony Hines, Kelsey Ray Laurie, and Richard Bird, please come forward. Kareem receives the Roderick C. Marcotte Memorial Scholarship. Kelsey is receiving the Rosa Marie Schaefer Memorial Scholarship for Poetry. And Richard receives the Thomas Senesac Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. Many community organizations and businesses have annually generously recognized our graduating class with awards and scholarships. Their support has been unflagging and much appreciated. Would Adam M. Cross, Emily Blauvelt, Nicholas Roger Gravel, and Cassandra Ellison please come forward? Adam receives the Curtis Scholarship and a Vermont Endowment Scholarship. Emily receives the Frederick H. Tuttle Middle School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship. Nicholas is receiving a Goss Dodge Chrysler Scholarship. Cassandra receives the Geld Wen Scholarship. Congratulations. Brittany Bullis, Kyle Chu, Sarah Catherine Yandow, and Ethan Hansen, please come forward. Brittany receives the South Burlington Chamberlain School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship. Kyle receives the South Burlington High School Rebel Booster Scholarship. Sarah is receiving the South Burlington High School Rebel Booster Scholarship. And Ethan receives the Orchard School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship. Congratulations. Matea Ringy, Mason Stevens, Jesse Gaborio, and Danielle Elizabeth Hall, please come forward. Matea is receiving the South Burlington Rick Marcotte Central School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship. Mason receives the South Burlington Rotary Club William B. Stone Scholarship. Jesse is receiving the Other Paper Scholarship, and Danielle receives a Thomas A. Farrell Scholarship. Congratulations. Rose London Hinman, Mitchell J. Philbin, and Connor Nulting Scagnelli, please come forward. Rose, Mitchell, and Connor are all receiving University of Vermont Scholar Distinction. Congratulations. Nana Meinert, Brigitte Sita, Jessica Jean White, and Alicia Irene Magnet, please come forward. Nana, Brigitte, Jessica, and Alicia are all receiving Vermont Endowment Scholarships. Congratulations. I would ask the following 4 students who will receive the highest academic honor in the class by earning summa cum laude to please come forward and remain on the stage. Rachel Alexandra Cruz, Joyce Pan, Thomas A. Piper, and Flora Sue. Rachel also receives the South Burlington High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the Frederick H. Tuttle Memorial Scholarship. Joyce receives the Life Science Achievement Award. Thomas receives the Physical Science Achievement Award, the Social Studies Department Award, and a National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit. Flora receives the John E. McGee Award for Excellence in Mathematics, Thomas G. Irwin Science Award, the World Language French Award, a National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, and the University of Vermont Green and Gold Scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you summa cum laude, class of 2011. Yeah, we're good. Thanks. Kashawn Irving, would you please come forward? John Herbert was the first principal of South Burlington High School. An award has been established in his honor to recognize a student who has overcome obstacles and is graduating. Reaching today has not always been an easy road, either in school or out of it, yet this student, Kashawn Irving, has persisted and has successfully reached today as the winner of the John J. Herbert Award. We congratulate you as you graduate with hope for the future and pride in your accomplishments. Congratulations. Superintendent Everett, I present to you the class of 2011. As principal of South Burlington High School, I certify that they have successfully met the academic requirements of the state of Vermont and of the South Burlington School District. They are definitely ready for you to confer diplomas. So you go. Ready? No, I will. I just want to say congratulations. Yeah, we're doing it, man. Marguerite Adams. Aya Al-Nami. R.C. Evan Alsop. Amanda Rose Arena. Daniel J. Arioli. Jennifer Alexis Arnold. Harshal Atale. Ashley Marie Audette. Elizabeth M. Backus. David M. Barrett. Aaron John Bates. Heather H. Bean. Jonathan Bouvillier. Molly Ray Bissett. Stephen Daniel Best. David C. Barral. Richard Bird. Caitlin Elise Bishop. Emily Blavelt. Alexander Bliss. Samina A. Boardman. Hannah Marie Bose. Holly Ann Bose. Ariana Evangeline Rachel Bowser. Rebecca Joy Bowser. William Bright. Justin David Brighty. Greg Brock. Evan Matthew Brown. William Myers Bugby. Brittany J. Bullis. Grace R. Cade. Maria Eva Canacero. Audrey Karen. Sabrina K. Carter. Joshua W. Casarino. Christopher M. Cassidy. Julie Elizabeth Champagne. Stephanie B. Chang. Tanner Henry Schwanier. Kyle Chu. Stephen Caggio. Kaylee Ann Contois. Lila C. Cook. Paige Cook. Keisha Lily Cope. Evan William Corbier. Alexander R. Corrada. Samuel Carter Cowie. Rachel Alexandra Cruz. Adam M. Cross. Alexandra Grace Cushman. Reese Darnell Martin. Robert A. Densmore. Pooja T. Desai. Nicole Elizabeth Dombey. Chelsea Rose Doyle. Shayna Welsh Driscoll. Paige Alicia Driver. Lauren Cecile Dubuque. Patrick M. Dunn. Casey Ann Durham. Cassandra Ellison. Leaf Erkenbrack. Shelby Lynn Farmer. Alexandra Fontaine. Jesse D. Gaborio. Aaron D. Gauding. Pride Jeffrey. Wangjur GDT. Scott Alexander Gibbs. Andrew Gerard. Rebecca Lowe Goldberg. Haley K. Gottlieb. Nicholas Roger Gravel. Catherine Gray. Mark Thomas Grunert. Alyssa Marie Gayette. Sarah B. Hackett. Danielle Elizabeth Hall. Dale T. M. Hansen. Ethan J. Hansen. Aaron R. Harrington. Timothy G. Hatchin. Ryan Nicholas Hayes. Kareem Anthony Hines. Winfield T. Holt. Sarah Alima Holt Goslin. Kashawn Irving. Lindsay Ann Jackson. Stephanie Nicole Jeffer. William Judge. Teresa Kechikova. Fazlur Khalil. Jesse T. Keetle. Connor J. Kendall. Scott T. Kenny. Michael S. Neen. Alexandra E. Knight. Laura E. Kuyava. Jennifer May Page Lamora. Marcel Landu Collin. Ariel Marie Langevin. Maya Lasosovich. Penuel James Levins. Nathan LeClaire. Christopher Lee. Wenyi Lin. When we introduced National Honor Society members, we did not introduce Alyssa Lines as a member of the National Honor Society, so we're going to do that now. So, fortunately, she's next in line. So, receiving her diploma and being recognized as a member of National Honor Society, thank you, Mr. Navin, Alyssa Lines. Rose London Hinman. Christopher Kendall Long. Tyler R. Lord. Kelsey Ray Lurie. Grace E. Lyon. Brandon R. Magarine. Alicia Irene Magnan. Jessica Aaron Marshall. Daniel T. Martin. Kai Maynard. Cole McDermott. Ashley M. McDonald. Kara McDonald. Megan McGowan. Casey Joseph McGrath. Maxwell McKenzie. Maria K. Mercurio. Bentley Louise Miller. Tiffany A. Miller. Nathan Mills. Nicole Vanessa Miner. Nana Minert. Aaron Manette Owens. Isabel R. Mora. Amani Jean-Noel Moudoua. Jessica Marilyn Murphy. Laura Riley Nelson. Jonathan Brock Newman. Leo Patrick O'Reilly. Stephen S. Olson. Brian T. Oliver. Susan Ong. Joyce Jayi Pan. Danielle M. Pape. Mauricio Parent Sabat. Devin M. Pero. AJ Janek Patel. Ashley Peabody. Connor D. Pecor. Tyler Pfeiffer. Mitchell J. Philbin. Stephen Eric Pearson. Thomas A. Piper. Michael T. Poirier. Gregory D. Pointbrown. Alexander G. Prue. Benjamin David Reagan. Amber Marie Reichel. Matea Iris Ringy. Christopher John Rittner. Bianca R. Riccio. Taylor Robbins. Nora R. Rogers. Anna Teresa Romanoli. Nina Rosen. Benjamin Rosenthal. Cullen R. Ross. Cody L. Rowe. Jeffrey J. Royer. Kelsey Jean Sageman. Nicole A. Sala. Safan M. Samin. Tyler J. Sandville. Melissa Ann Sauer. Alexandra Catherine Saunders. Taylor Sophia Mary Savis. Connor Nolting Scagnelli. Troy R. Shindo. Sarah Lynn Schroeder. Shunluk Sepke. Heather L. Sheltra. Deborah Elizabeth Shungu. Elliot Segrist Jones. Amy Marie Simendinger. Brigitte Sita. Heather Lynn Slattery. Robert Smith. Alicia Smolak. Michihiro Soga. Matthew Gabriel Solomon. Meredith B. St. Jean. Jillian Reed Stackman. Mason A. Stevens. Carly Grace Stein. Flora Sue. Nicole M. Tamayo. Andrew L. Tang. Ryan Henry Tebow. Cody Tilley. Nicholas Titus. Jamie Yvonne Tuton. Charles J. Trono. George V. Trono. Georgia R. Troutman. Eve Tuttle. Robert R. Tuttle. Mallory Twitchell. Ashley Ty. Jeremy Thomas Valance. Benjamin A. Vancouvering. Roxana Vecchero. Peter Thomas Veda. Austin Theodore Joseph Ventrone. Alexander Matthew Vinci. Jessica Jean White. Paige E. Williams. Natalie Paige Wimet. Carrie Francis Wood. Sarah Catherine Yandau. Katsutomo Ken Yano. Anna Elizabeth Young. Benjamin J. Zabsky.
As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. I'm just kidding, we're not doing that right now. All that stands between you and being done with high school forever is this speech. You've made it through lectures, exams, projects, and labs, and now you have to make it through this speech. which may be the hardest test you've faced so far. This is the time to start getting excited for what the future holds. This speech will culminate in all of us crossing the threshold into our next stage of life. Our time in high school is now over, forever. It's something we'll never get back. That's a really scary feeling, but also a tremendously exciting one. So wipe away the tears and look ahead to the brightness that is your future. None of us can truly understand how much control we have right now over our future. Now is our chance to take risks, try new things, and hope it works out for the best. Make your life your own. We've made it this far, but for the most part, we've been supported by others around us, and we have followed the path we were given. When this speech is over, that path will disappear, and we will all be able to start building our own. This is a power that shouldn't be underestimated, because what you choose to do with this opportunity will define how you live the rest of your life. Every single one of us possesses the skills and courage to do this. We have been taught to think independently and respectfully challenge the views of others. Through sophomore advisory, we learned, No, we definitely learned something. I just can't think of it. It'll come back to me. We've learned to write persuasively and personally. We've examined the author's purpose one too many times. And the complaints of some, we have all recently been educated on public issues and world affairs. Now, SB students may not respect PWA the way they should, but there is no greater responsibility than to be aware of the world around us. So whether you like it or not, you are prepared to take on the wider world and make your own mark on it. Let's get out there and never forget what we learned during our time here. Never forget the lessons of community that were stressed so strongly here in South Burlington. Never forget that your parents put up with you through your teenage years. Never forget the teachers who showed us how to fish. Never forget that your life and your decisions are now your own and do not have to be governed by anyone else. And finally, never forget the South Burlington High School class of 2011. Graduates, please rise and join me in moving our tassels from right to left. We made it, everybody.